Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review. Um, I'm reviewing another Walt Disney film, not animated, not fully animated, but another live-action Walt Disney film. Um, and I'll get into this review. Now I'm reviewing G-Force. G-Force. Were released in 2009. But it's a spy comedy film. That's also not only released by Walt Disney, but another one of Jerry Bruckheimer's films. Um, and G-Force, yeah, of course. This is the one with the talking guinea pigs, the super talking super spy guinea pigs. Trying to save the world. Um, I knew it would be a ridiculous plot. But there's other live action talking films I've seen, like Cats and Dogs. And the sequel. The Revenge of Kitty Galore. So I don't think it'd be any realistic as having talking guinea pigs. If you can have talking animals like Cats and Dogs. The two Cats and Dogs films. So yeah, but do I like the film? Do I had some fun with it? For a film that's about talking guinea pigs and super spy guinea pigs, yeah, I do. I do like the film. Yeah, I had some fun with G-Force, because do I think it's better than Cats and Dogs or the sequel? Not sure. Maybe slightly though, but I ain't saying much though. But anyway, but it's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. Who did other live action Walt Disney films like National Treasure and the Pirates of the Caribbean films and The Lone Ranger. But it came out in the summer 2009. And of course the film got negative reception because I understand why. There's a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, and has a 5.1 on IMDb. I understand it has low ratings, because it's talking spy guinea pigs, I do understand. I understand that though. But despite negative reception, the film was a box office success. It opened up number one, beating out on the second weekend of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, for its on the second weekend, so it took number one. So on the second weekend, G-Force beat Harry Potter, for the second weekend on a budget for 150 million. And that's the budget. That's the thing. But things I don't see the budget, for a film about talking guinea pigs, a budget of 150 million, the two Cats and Dogs films cost a lot less than what this film had. Cats and Dogs, I think was the first Cats and Dogs film thing had like maybe $50 to $60 if I can remember, and the sequel had an $80 million budget. But this cost 150 million. For that's almost like Cats and Dogs. Talking animals. All the spy stuff. Mike, I couldn't see why this film cost 150 million compared to the other two films had much more lower budgets. But all that though, the total worldwide it made 292 million worldwide. So it was successful enough. And Roger Ebert, he said that G-Force was pleasant. Of course, it was also released in 3D as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of 3D though. He said Roger Ebert gave it 2.5 4, saying G-Force is a pleasant, inoffensive 3D animated farce about a team of super spy guinea pigs who want to do battle with a mad billionaire who wants to conquer the earth by programming all the home appliances made by his corporation to follow his instructions. It'll probably be enjoyed by children of all ages. So yeah. but even though despite all that, I do like G-Force, you know, because even though I'm a sucker for these kind of films, you know, but but getting into the plot, the G-Force, their leader, Darwin, voiced by Sam Rockwell, which he played Billy in the Green, Wild Bill in the Green Mile, and Justin Hammer in Iron Man 2, you know. He voices Darwin, who's the leader of the team, and his other companions, Blaster, voiced by Tracy Morgan, Juarez, voiced by Penelope Cruz, and a star. Then all of their team is a star nose mole, which is voiced by Nicolas Cage. They're on this mission, you know, to see about this like I said, this billionaire who makes home appliances, played by Bill Nighy, you know, who's this billionaire, you know, Leonard Saber. They suspect that he's creating this project called Cluster Storm, you know, probably to destroy the world, you know. And there's not much for me to talk about. I'm just gonna skim through the main details. You know, I'm not gonna talk about everything about this particular film though. But my freaking nose itches. But they managed to infiltrate his into his building, you know, and also their TV out this little fly that's supposed to be like their eyes, you know, named Mooch. And Darwin gets into his computer. They download the file and they get out of there. And then the next day they're supposed to have this FBI team to come and look and see what they uncovered. And Zach Galifianakis, who's in charge of G-Force, you know, name of Ben, Zach Galifianakis from the Hangover films, you know. And in the course of the I'm not the biggest fan of Zach Galifianakis, but there was a couple things that I liked. You know, I did like him in G-Force. You know, when he's not playing in those comedies. You know, like Hangover films or The Campaign. You know, stuff like that. You know, and I also did like him in that horror film Below, the Haunted Submarine film. You know, so then I liked him. But I liked him in this film. So then the FBI team, the agent Killian, played by Will Arnett, who voices the missing link in Monsters vs. Aliens. He visits them to see what they've uncovered, you know, and as Speckles, the Nicolas Cage voices the mole, shows them the thing where they downloaded, and shows it's a coffee machine, and they think it's the wrong file they got though, but they think they screwed up. So Will Arnett orders them to have them shut down. Then the rodents, you know, they all get in this they all get in a cage, and they take a trip, you know, to escape from the FBI agents, to all the way to the trip down to the pet store where they get locked in there, you know, then try to figure out how to escape, and they meet other rodents, which the little small hamster Bucky, voiced by Steve Buscemi, you know, and then they meet another guinea pig, Hurley, voiced by director Jon Favreau, the director of Iron Man 2, and Cowboys and Aliens. He voices which is also been starring other. He was also in Daredevil as Ben Affleck's friend. But he voices Hurley in this film. Tells them that they're saying that they're special genetically engineered guinea pig super spies, and you know Hurley takes it as a joke. It's like, oh yeah, right, you know. But they can't really figure out to get out, so they manage to let some people adopt them. Like a family walks in, you know, they take Blaster and Juarez. Well, which when the kid, the boy, which was going to take Hurley, but decides to fling him into a separate cage, thinking that's in a snake cage, but it's not. Which, of course, I know realistically, I know it's a film though, so I'm saying that realistically that wouldn't happen. Or where the girl said, when she picks up Morez, gonna put her in a dress, put lipstick and nail polish, which you do see, like I know that's not realistic. If you get a guinea pig, you wouldn't really do that. But I know it's just a film though. But um, so it's just Darwin and Speckles left in. Speckles had a plan to play dead, saying that he'll to get buried in the backyard, so once he's in the ground he can help them escape. But instead he gets thrown into a garbage truck, and they think he's dead. But the later night, they all him, Darwin and Hurley, they get out, but because Bucky had an escape, had a secret door underneath, so because he can get out and take food. But they got Darwin gets out, but then Hurley got thrown out by Bucky, and so they're supposed to follow him, about to follow Darwin back. So as they're making their way towards Ben's place, and they see some dogs, so they manage to get an tire and roll down the sidewalk. Even though there were some jokes here that I think I know, the jokes that I would not find funny though. When they're rolling, it's like, oh, Hurley, get your butt out of my face, and they're like, get your face out of my butt, Yeah, that's. I'm not particularly fond of those kind of jokes though, but or fart jokes as well. They see the Hurley farts. I don't like fart jokes, and or those kind of jokes, but whatever though. The rest, since I like the rest of the film, I don't let all that bother me too much, So, and as they're going along, they find a bakery that had one of the coffee machines that Saber created, and Darwin tries to take this computer chip, but actually it triggered something, makes the machine come to life and starts attacking them, And Darwin managed to lead it to the street, so it gets run over by a car. So they take all its stuff and take it all to Ben's place. And as for Blaster and Juarez, they get out of the hands of the two kids, and they all go back to Ben's place as well. But they said but Darwin tells them that Speckles is dead, and Ben tells them, oh, I shouldn't have kept this from you. It's a typical thing, like, oh, I shouldn't have kept this from where you really are, that kind of thing, So he tells them the truth about each of them, But besides all that, they decided to continue with their mission, and head back to Saber's place, and they get off. They make their runaway in these those we put hamsters in those roller balls, let them roll on the ground, those things, but they made it into 3 separate vehicles, So then they get car chases they get chased by the FBI, by the FBI, 3 different car chases, but they all manage to lose all of them and head back to Saber's place. I hate to do it. I have to stop here. I hate going into 2 parts, but I tried to make short as best I can. But apparently my reviews are never that short, so I'll have to. I'm going to make this into 2 parts. So stay tuned for part 2 of this review, and what I want to say. So stay tuned for part 2 of this review.